The silent thief of your memories isn't age. It's what you're doing every night without even realizing it. Every night, millions unknowingly engage in a habit that slowly robs their brain of its greatest gift, memory. This isn't just about forgetting names or misplacing keys. It's about losing pieces of who you are. If you feel foggy, scattered, or like your mind isn't what it used to be, this video may be the wake-up call your brain's been desperately waiting for. Before we dive in, I want you to take a moment and think about the people you love, the memories you've made, and the ones still waiting to be created. You deserve to live a life full of clarity, connection, and vibrant mental energy. And if this channel can help you reclaim even one of those precious memories, it's worth it. Hit that subscribe button. Let's protect your mind together every night. Millions of us fall into the same trap, grabbing our phones, flipping open our laptops, or settling into bed with the TV remote in hand. It feels harmless, comforting even. A way to unwind from the stress of the day. But beneath this nightly routine lies a silent and invisible danger, one that's slowly and steadily sabotaging our memory, our mental clarity, and the very structure of our brain. That danger? Blue light. Blue light is a high-energy visible light that pours from our screens, phones, tablets, computers, and TVs. During the day, this kind of light isn't inherently harmful. In fact, it can even be helpful, boosting alertness and mood. But when it infiltrates our nights, the story changes drastically. Our brains are biologically hardwired to associate light, particularly blue light, with daylight. So when your eyes absorb this artificial light at night, your brain gets confused. It thinks it's still daytime. The result? Your body stops producing melatonin, the hormone responsible for helping you fall and stay asleep. Melatonin isn't just about sleep, it's about healing. When it's disrupted, you're not just tossing and turning. You're robbing your brain of the precious time it needs to repair, regenerate, and detox. One of the most critical functions your brain performs during deep sleep is flushing out harmful proteins and metabolic waste products through a system called the glymphatic system. Think of it as the brain's janitorial crew sweeping out the debris of the day so you can wake up refreshed and mentally sharp. But without proper melatonin production, without quality, deep, uninterrupted sleep, this cleaning process slows down or stops. And that's where the real damage begins. One of the most dangerous toxins that builds up when sleep is disrupted is a protein called beta amyloid. This compound has been closely linked to memory loss and cognitive decline, and is a well-known marker in the brains of Alzheimer's patients. Studies show that even one night of poor sleep can increase the levels of beta amyloid in the brain. Now, imagine what happens after weeks, months, or even years of late-night screen use. This isn't just about forgetting where you left your keys. It's about losing the sharpness of your thoughts, the ability to stay focused, and the clarity to process emotions and information. Over time, what seems like harmless nighttime scrolling becomes a habit that chips away at your cognitive health. But here's the powerful truth. You can take back control starting tonight, powering down your screens 90 minutes before bed gives your brain a chance to naturally produce melatonin. You might find that you fall asleep faster, sleep deeper, and wake up clearer. Replacing that screen time with calming, low-light activities like reading a book, journaling, meditating, or even having a quiet conversation with a loved one can transform the way your brain recovers at night. It might feel uncomfortable at first. Our screens have become security blankets, distractions, and escape hatches. But what are we escaping from? A peaceful, sharp, fully functioning mind? A future where we remember our children's laughter, our partner's smile, and the moments that matter most? Your brain is asking for a break. It's asking for quiet. It's asking for healing, so give yourself that gift. Tonight, choose rest over routine. Choose silence over stimulation. Choose long-term memory over momentary distraction, your future. Self will thank you. Late night snacking has become one of the most normalized habits in modern life. We've all done it, grabbing a bag of chips after dinner, indulging in something sweet before bed, or finishing off leftovers while watching a show late at night. It feels like comfort, like a reward after a long day. But what most people don't realize is that this seemingly harmless habit could be quietly working against one of your most important organs, your brain. When you eat right before going to bed, your body doesn't simply store that food away and go to sleep. It activates your digestive system, which has to work hard to break down the calories, sugars, and fats you've just consumed. Instead of winding down and preparing for restoration, your body ramps up internal activity. Your insulin levels spike, your metabolism kicks in, and your blood sugar starts to fluctuate. All of this internal commotion sends signals to your brain that it's not time to rest. It's time to stay alert. The result? You may fall asleep eventually, but your sleep quality suffers often without you even realizing it. Your body may never fully reach the deeper stages of sleep, especially REM, rapid eye movement sleep, which is the stage most responsible for memory consolidation and emotional processing. During REM sleep, your brain organizes information from the day, integrates emotional experiences, and stores memories in long-term storage. It's like your mental filing system. But when REM is disrupted, the brain can't do this efficiently. Over time, the effects begin to show. You may notice you're forgetting details, struggling to stay focused, or waking up feeling foggy and unrefreshed. You might find yourself more emotionally reactive, easily overwhelmed, or less able to recall things that used to come easily. The cause might not be aging or stress, it might be what you're eating. And more importantly, when you're eating at late-night eating also affects your gut, which is intimately connected to your brain through what scientists call the gut-brain axis. Your gut produces neurotransmitters like serotonin and dopamine, which influence mood, cognition, and sleep. When digestion is activated at a time when it should be at rest, your gut flora can become imbalanced, leading to inflammation, poor nutrient absorption, and altered brain chemistry. It's like throwing off the rhythm of your entire internal symphony. But the good news is this: you have the power to reverse this by simply creating a consistent eating window, finishing your last meal at least 2 to 3 hours before bed. You allow your body to shift from digestion into restoration. Your insulin levels stabilize, your metabolism slows to its natural nighttime rhythm, and your brain gets the uninterrupted deep sleep it craves. You'll notice it not just in your energy, but in your clarity, your memory, your emotional stability. At first, changing your nighttime eating habits might feel like a challenge. Late night snacks are often tied to emotions, comfort, boredom, stress, even loneliness. But once you become aware of the cost, once you realize that these snacks are robbing your brain of the chance to function at its highest level, the motivation becomes stronger, because your mind matters more than momentary cravings. Instead of food, try sipping herbal tea, journaling, meditating, or preparing your space for restful sleep. Retrain your body and mind to see nighttime as a sacred window of healing. You'll begin to feel more in tune with your body's natural rhythms. You'll sleep better. You'll think clearer. You'll feel more you. You deserve to wake up feeling sharp, present, and full of energy, not weighed down by fog and fatigue. And it starts with one simple change: honoring your body's need to rest instead of digest. Because when you protect your sleep, you protect your mind, and your mind is your most precious asset. Let's take care of it starting tonight. We've all had those nights where something someone said, an argument that went unresolved, or a worry about tomorrow loops in our minds as we lie in the dark, eyes wide open. Maybe your heart races. Maybe your chest feels tight. Maybe sleep feels like an impossible luxury. What you might not realize in those moments is just how deeply your brain is being affected by this emotional overload. Going to bed angry or anxious isn't just uncomfortable, it's harmful. Your brain is not a machine that simply shuts off. When the lights go out, it's a living, dynamic organ that responds to the emotional tone you carry into sleep. When you go to bed burdened by unresolved tension, whether it's anger, sadness, fear, or anxiety, your nervous system remains activated. Your stress hormones like cortisol stay elevated. Instead of shifting into a parasympathetic state of rest and restoration, your body stays locked in fight or flight mode, even while you sleep. And the consequences go far deeper than most people realize. In this state, your brain struggles to reach the deeper, slower brainwave patterns that are essential for healing and memory. Specifically, restorative stages like deep sleep, slow wave sleep, and REM sleep are disrupted. These are the exact phases when your brain organizes thoughts, consolidates memories, and clears out toxic waste, both physically and emotionally. But when your mind is overloaded with emotion, it keeps cycling through that emotional energy during the night, as if trying to solve a problem it doesn't have the tools to fix in sleep. So what happens over time? You wake up exhausted, not just physically, but emotionally. You may feel irritable, confused, forgetful. You may even carry that same unresolved tension into the next day, and the cycle begins again. Your emotional health begins to chip away at your cognitive function, and your memory begins to feel distant, like trying to hold on to thoughts through fogged glass. But here's the beautiful truth. Emotional clarity before bed can be one of the most powerful gifts you can give your brain. And it doesn't require a complete life overhaul. Just a few simple, intentional practices that start with journaling. When emotions are swirling, writing them down creates distance between you and the feeling. It helps the brain shift from reaction to reflection. You don't need to solve everything. You just need to release it from the spinning wheel of your thoughts and give it form on paper. Even 5 minutes of free writing about what you're feeling can help your nervous system begin to unwind. Then there's the healing power of gratitude. It might sound simple, but science backs it up. Ending the day by acknowledging just 3 things you're grateful for can shift your brain's chemistry. It reactivates the prefrontal cortex, the area responsible for higher thinking, and helps dial down the emotional brain, the amygdala. Gratitude isn't about ignoring pain. It's about reminding yourself that even in chaos, there's still light. Finally, breath work is one of the fastest ways to calm an anxious system. When you slow your breath, especially your exhale, you signal to your body that you are safe. It moves you out of stress mode and into a state where rest becomes possible. Just a few minutes of intentional breathing. Try inhaling for 4 counts. Holding for 4, exhaling for 6 can dramatically lower your heart rate and bring peace to a restless mind. When you begin to treat your emotional state before bed as sacred, your brain responds. You start to sleep deeper. You begin to remember things more clearly. Your mood stabilizes, and you wake up not just rested, but empowered. You begin to realize that the way you close your day becomes the way you open your mind. So tonight, don't carry that anger or anxiety with you. Let it go through breath, through pen, through quiet reflection. You are not your emotions. You are the witness. And when you create space for stillness, your brain begins to heal. Your memory sharpens, your heart softens, and slowly, night by night, you become more whole. Let that be your bedtime routine. Let that be your peace. Your brain is a miracle, storing every laugh, every lesson, every moment that made you you. But like any miracle, it needs care. Tonight is your chance to change everything. Begin protecting your memory with these simple shifts. It's never too late to think clearly, remember vividly, and live fully. You're not alone on this journey. We're healing together, one night at a time. And if you have any questions, or if something in this video touched your heart, drop a comment below. I read every single one. Let's build a brighter mind together.